Okay, week 11 is in the books, so you know what time it is. It's time to do predicting week 12. So let's just jump right into it with our Thursday night game. Steelers in Cleveland against the Browns. Now, normally I would call this an extreme trap game, and I'd pick the Browns. And I'm going to actually pick it as a one-score game just to kind of, hint at that. But the Steelers have proven week after week at this point, kind of like the Eagles, that they actually are legit this season. And although it is a short week going into Cleveland and it feels like they're going to overlook this game, I'll still have them winning, but I'll make it close because I just feel like that's such a Steelers thing to do. So I'm going to have the Steelers beating the Browns 20-14. Then let's move on to our 1 o'clock games. We actually have a lot of divisional matchups this week. It's just kind of how it played out. So let's start with Texans hosting the Titans. We are filming this on Monday, so we have no idea what happened with Texans-Cowboys. I assume the Texans are going to beat the Cowboys and are finally going to have a bounce-back win after a couple of tough losses. And I think this is just going to add on to the momentum at home, and I think they're going to beat the Titans, and it's going to be not that close. So I'm going to pick the Texans to win it 34-17. And then we head to Chicago. I don't know how Bears fans are showing up to the stadium after what just happened against the Packers. But here we are, another hard division opponent against the Vikings. At this point, if you're the Bears, you just want Caleb Williams to look competent. And you want him to start throwing some more touchdown passes. He has not thrown a touchdown pass in like 4 games. So hopefully he can look a little bit better in that aspect. But he was decent last week. And look, I'll just keep rolling with the Vikings because they have also proved me wrong a couple weeks now. I thought these were some trap games against some AFC South teams. But they beat them both. They're 8-2, and I think they're going to win this game as well. So I'm going to pick the Vikings to beat the Bears 24-16. And then the Commanders host the Cowboys. This one is interesting, not because I necessarily think the Cowboys have a good shot of winning the game, especially in Washington. But I am curious to see how Jaden Daniels keeps on progressing. Hopefully he gets healthier and healthier as the weeks go on. And it's still a divisional matchup. It might be close, and Micah Parsons is healthy. So you got to protect Jaden as much as you possibly can, especially against him. So hopefully they come out of here injury-free. I will give the Commanders the benefit of the doubt and beat up on a losing Cowboys team right now. And I'll pick the score to be 28-17, Commanders. Dolphins-Patriots is your next divisional matchup in Miami. I like the Dolphins here, although the Patriots have been super frisky this year. I like what Drake May has been doing. They kept it close with the Titans. They kept it close with the Rams. They beat the Bears, so they're not bad. But I'm kind of rooting for the Dolphins. I like the Dolphins, and their offense looks a lot better since Tua came back, and they're at home. So I'm also going to give the Dolphins the benefit of the doubt here and pick them to win it. I'll make it lower scoring, though. I think the Patriots defense is going to be better than you think, so I'll pick the Dolphins to win it 23-17. Okay, this is the game that I will be attending. I usually take one of these trips every year. I like to go somewhere I haven't been before and check out a new stadium. And I've been thinking about this game, no joke, for like 8 years. For some reason, in my weird brain, I just like random matchups that I feel like don't happen that often. And I was just thinking like 8 years ago, I was like, I don't know, what's like the Chiefs version of that? And for some reason, it was just in Carolina. So I decided, now that I have a little bit more money at 23 years old, let's just go travel to Charlotte this weekend. So you guys are going to see me. I most likely will put out like a small 5 to 10 minute vlog. We'll mash some things together. I'll make sure to film a lot when I'm at the game and on game day. So you'll see me there. And I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited to see it. But for the game itself, I'm going to pick the Chiefs to win. Don't worry. Coming off of a loss as well. But do not be surprised. I'm already mentally preparing myself that I will not be shocked if it's like a 13-13 game going into the fourth quarter. I'm already mentally prepared for it. It's just what the Chiefs do. They can't blow anybody out. And even though it's the Panthers, they will play, I guarantee it, the most vanilla playbook of all time. And Mahomes is going to throw for 175 yards and a touchdown. That's just what's going to happen. So, look, I hope it's better than that, but I'm going to pick the Chiefs to win this game 20-13. That's it. Yep. Okay. I'll let you know how it is, guys. All right. Bucks Giants in MetLife. I think the Bucks certainly finally bounce back here. They need a win desperately. And what a team to do it against the Tommy DeVito-led Giants. Yes, you heard that right. That means Daniel Jones finally got benched. And we might be looking at his final game with the Giants was possibly in Germany against the Panthers, which rightfully so. I think this was 4 years too late. And I had this thought today. I texted some Giants friends of mine. Unironically, the 2022 Giants, that's like their worst season in the last 10 years. And obviously not statistically, they won a playoff game. But that was the season that made you pay Daniel Jones. And now you're sitting here with Tommy DeVito in week 12 of the 2024 season, wasting another year away. So there you go. And I'll pick the Bucs to win it. I'll give it 27-9. It's just going to be a blowout. And then Colts-Lions, kind of an interesting matchup there. It kind of sucks for Richardson because I'm sure he has tons of confidence after that great win against the Jets. And now he's got to go and play the Lions, who have just been destroying so many of these teams. So that kind of sucks for him at home as well. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm just going to have to pick the Lions. They're the better team, and they've been rolling. So I'm going to pick the Lions to win this one, 34-18. 34-18. Okay, here's the 4 o'clock games. You got 3 of them. Raiders-Broncos is your first one. I am completely uninterested in this. Although, shout out Bo Nix. He's been very, very good this year. So I feel like they got to keep rolling along against a shitty Raiders defense. So I'm going to pick the Broncos to win it 30-14. All right, Seahawks-Cardinals is your next game. Another divisional matchup. This one's actually very important. If the Seahawks really want to take this season seriously and bounce back, they just came off of a big win in San Francisco. And now they got to play the divisional leader, who is shockingly the Cardinals, coming into their own house. And it's going to be a close one. I predict an overtime game where the Seahawks come out on top and make things a little more interesting in the NFC West. I'm going to pick the Seahawks to win it on a game-winning field goal, 26-23. All right, this is a big matchup specifically for the 49ers. It's Packers-Niners in Green Bay. The Packers just came off of a miraculous victory. 49ers just came off of a heartbreaker against the Seahawks. I think the 49ers want this one more. It's going to be a tough environment against the Packers, but I think this is where Christian McCaffrey finally gets his touchdown. Hopefully George Kittle comes back healthy in this one, but it's going to be close. I wouldn't be shocked whatsoever if the Packers won, and they're at home, so I'm going to assume they are favored, which is why this is going to be my upset alert of the week. The 49ers are going to pull it out on top. A very close game, 20-17. And then the Sunday night game, a sneaky good matchup. Actually, these next 2 primetime games, very solid. The Rams host the Eagles at SoFi. I think this is a great test for the Eagles. They play the Ravens next week. So if they can somehow beat the Rams in SoFi and then give the Eagles the run for their money, I mean, once again, shout out Mullet Daddy on TikTok, a big Eagles fan. He's been kind of, chirping at us a little bit. But look, this is a big game for you guys, so I'm actually going to go ahead and pick the Eagles to win it and just keep on rolling with their hot streak. And I think it's going to be another close game. I'm going to pick the Eagles to win it 27-24. And then finally, Monday Night Football, great matchup in SoFi again, except it's the Chargers hosting the Ravens. This should be a good one. I want to watch Lamar Jackson versus Justin Herbert all day long. This is going to be a great matchup. And I think the most interesting part of this is Lamar bouncing back after playing Pittsburgh against the Jim Harbaugh-led defense, which has played very solid this year. I know they gave up a lot of points to the Bengals in the second half, but it's fine. It's going to be close. And I don't know who I'm rooting for as a Chiefs fan. I think I'm actually rooting, funny enough, for the Chargers because I just think the Chiefs are going to win the division. But that being said, I think Derrick Henry gets it going again. And the Ravens just squeak it out 27-26 in a 1-point affair. And there you go. Week 12, it should be a great week. I'm excited to go to the Chiefs game. I hope you guys are excited to watch this weekend. But one more thing. We're going to do this every week now. I want you guys to comment down below your boldest prediction for this upcoming week. And whatever comment gets the closest to being right, we're going to pin it and then shout you out in our next video. I think it's a lot of fun to do. It's more interactive. So we appreciate you guys. And don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us at First and Gold on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. I've been Sam Gold. We'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.